I usually do this with DVDs, but my DVD player broke. So, where's the other show? It's gonna be there? No. It's, just a second. There we go. We actually did the pilot episode, and then we redid it twice and this is how it evolved. So I'm going to show you the originals here first, and then kind of show you just the opening scene of the film, of the pilot.
And then the sphere will have an angular decay at 3.1 to the minus 10 with a drag coefficient of 0.9875.
Oh, so in other words, if I spin the ball and I aim for the pocket, I'm gonna get it straight.
Affirmative.
Yo, hey, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
That's it! Perfect game going.
Excuse me. Trying to pull a strike over here?
It's his fault. Say what? No, hey! Hey, man. Yo, Spazzo. Let's mess him up. Hey, you're gonna pay for this. Big time.
Excuse me, may I interrupt?
Sit down, dork. Yeah, well, you can make it up to me tonight at the movies.
Sorry, but I don't date non-humans. My facial.
What are you looking at?
Well, back off. Hey, leave her alone. Cut it out.
What? Huh? No, I got this. You're gonna make me, little girl?
Uh-huh.
Take him out, Zach.
Yeah, man, check this.
Yeah, do it, man. So you're gonna dance, you're gonna fight, sissy. I'm gonna fight.
Go, bitch.
My turn. Watch the ball. Let's go. See ya. We interrupt this program with a special report.
Okay, we can stop it right there really quick now. If you know, first of all, for a little trivia, the picture on the back there was Samurai Pizza Kids. The network looked at this and went, oh, this is great. It's way too violent. Okay, we don't want, so that's the only time you'll ever see Power Rangers hitting people. But we kind of thought it was cool, but then the thought about putting a show up for kids where these guys would just, completely kick other people's asses just wasn't going to really work. I'll answer questions at the end. So we had to rewrite, and we had to kind of retool it. We actually shot that pilot. It was 16 minutes long. It was a mini pilot. We shot it in 3 days, 3 14-hour, very long 14-hour days. And in the middle of that bowling alley scene is when the network decided they were going to buy the show. We didn't actually have a title at that time. At that day, we also found out that we couldn't use the word Zoid because we were going to call them Dinozoids, because Lucasfilms owns the Zoid trademark. So we kind of came up with, well, what are we going to call it? What are we going to call it? What are we going to call it? Zords. So we just made up our own word. And we also, at the time, we'd already decided to call it Power Rangers, but during the meeting, in 10 minutes this came up. The Chaim takes us all together. We're on the set of that bowling alley scene, and he goes, the network's buying it. We need a name. He said, well, we got Power Rangers. He says, no, but it needs to be something like Power Rangers. Power Rangers, and I think it was Ellen Levy Sarnoff said, well, how about the Mighty Power Rangers? And somebody else threw in Morphin, and they went, that's it, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's it, 10 minutes we came up with that title. So we had to redo it. So we took the pilot episode, I rewrote it, because that pilot episode I wrote 9 times, what we shot. And then I had to rewrite it 5 more times. We do a lot of writing and stuff, to come up with the next version of the pilot, which should be coming up here in a second. episode 1, the first version.
And then the angular reflex will be equivalent to 3.2 to the 6th power.
I have no idea what you just said. He said a balanced cake has more power.
Affirmative.
Never fear the Zach Fantasy. What's up?
Hi, Zach.
Yo, Billy, Chamberlain, what's up? Hey, Zach. Hey. Trini, what's Jason up to?
Practicing balance.
Right. Yo, Jason! Yeah. Very funny.
Anybody want some Ernie's veggie chili?
I just made it fresh. It's all in the house.
You don't put salt on ice cream.
Oh, wait, you guys, wait, you're knocking me off, wait, whoa!
Hey, you are gonna pay for this. Big time.
Yeah, big time.
I'm sorry, Bulk, it was an accident, okay?
Excuse me, may I interrupt?
Sit down, dork.
Great.
Leave Billy alone.
It's
She's
okay.
trying to help.
You can make it up to me later. At the movies.
Alright, facial.
What's the matter? Too good for me? Come on.
Leave her alone.
Ooh, who's gonna make us, little girl? Are you?
Hands on skull.
Keep her on ice. I've had it with these goody goods.
Get him! Get him!
I got this.
That's
Check
when
it
he
out.
had henchmen.
Sneak it up on me. Come on.
You are mine. Come on. What's going on?
These guys are too much. Let's get out of here.
Help me. Help me. I say help me up here. Somebody take out the trash.
So we looked at that and went, it's kind of clunky, there's shots missing, it just kind of didn't work, some of the things. And at first we thought they didn't want us to let the guys kick ass, but they didn't want to let the girls kick ass either. So we thought that was the kind of thing. We also had a new executive producer come in, Shuki Levy, who had helped originate the idea and then kind of semi-retired and then came back at this point. And so they refined it and we reshot it one more time and it came out with this.
It's a stupendous Saturday in Angel Grove. The big hello goes out to Ernie and the kids at the Angel Grove Youth Center Gym and Juice Bar. Keep those fruit shakes flowing, Ernie.
Thanks for teaching me, Jason. No problem.
That was awesome, Kimberly. Thanks, Judy.
Hey, fellas. Yo, Billy, what's up? Well, I think I'm mentally and physically prepared for my first karate class.
Oh no, look who's here. Bo and Scott.
Hi, girls. How about that double date we talked about?
Yeah. What about?
Sorry, guys.
What's the matter? We're not good enough for you?
Give us a little book.
Oh, yeah. Make me.
Yeah. Make it.
Him. Hey, Kim.
Hey, you heard what she said.
What do you know? The dancer wants to be a fighter.
It's okay, Zach. We can handle these two.
Oh, really? Let's show him some karate moves, Skull.
You guys should definitely join Jason's karate class.